Hello, you are welcome to this edition of the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. We are broadcasting live from our studios at number 5, Ola Hansen Lane at Tessano here in Accra. I am Charles Ozukumi. Coming up. Asante Hino 247 to the second recommends recognition of Asigri Abugrago Azoka II as the lawful Bawku Naba as a critical step towards restoring lasting peace in Bawku and the wider Kusasi traditional area.
Taking the position that the established tradition since 1931 thereabout is that the person who is Bawku Naba has the entire Kusasi area. By law and the declarations of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Asigri Abugrago Azoka is the Bawku Naba and there cannot be any rival residing in Bawku.
Also in the bulletin, Supreme Court suspends rerun of Pandai parliamentary election pending final determination of judicial review. Ghana Mine Workers Union issues 3-day ultimatum to BCM Ghana Limited to pay end-of-contract benefits owed more than 700 former employees, describing the delay as unacceptable and unjust.
And so today we are gathered here to demonstrate to BCM that it has between today and Friday to pay us our money.
Later on the Channel 1 Newsroom, minority group worried over the Bank of Ghana Amendment Bill 2025, saying proposed amendments could weaken parliamentary oversight of the central bank.
There is nothing independent in this enactment. The independence of the central bank is being chipped away. That is the least I can say.
Coming up in Channel 1 Business. Fitch Solutions tips Ghana as key contributor to sub-Saharan Africa, possibly recording its strongest economic growth in more than a decade in 2026. And later in Channel 1 Sports. Former Black Stars striker Abdul Majid Waris urges the team to thoroughly prepare for next summer's FIFA World Cup. Thank you for choosing the Channel 1 Newsroom. Let's now settle for the details of our stories. And Asante Hino 247 to II has recommended the strict enforcement of Ghana's existing laws, recognizing Asigri Abugrago Azoka II as the lawful Bawku Naba as the most critical step toward restoring lasting peace in Bawku and the wider Kusasi traditional area. In his mediation report on the protracted Bawku conflict, as read during a presentation to government at the Jubilee House, Otumfuo stated that no chief or traditional authority stands above the Constitution and the decisions of the courts. Our presidential correspondent, Akwesi Ochre, reports.
The mediation was aimed at fostering lasting peace in Bawku following series of killings, destruction of property and the breakdown of peace between the Kusasi and Mamprisi groups. The Asante Hino 247 who led the mediation process presented a concluded report revealing that both Kusasi and Mamprisi factions in the protracted Bawku conflict voluntarily submitted themselves to the mediation. He stressed that government must uphold laws duly enacted and affirmed by the Supreme Court.
Unfortunately, the law as it stands now makes Asigri Abugrago Azoka the lawful chief of Bawku, and so it is impossible legally to do any such thing in this mediation exercise. On the question of Bawku town, I have taken the position that the established tradition since 1931 thereabout is that the person who is Bawku Naba has the entire Kusasi area. By law and the declarations of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Asigri Abugrago Azoka is the Bawku Naba and there cannot be any rival residing in Bawku claiming otherwise. I have impressed upon my brother the Nairi to accept that recognition by law in appreciation of the enduring brotherhood that has existed between our two kingdoms, in order to ensure lasting peace and eliminate the national and international security threats that my brother himself is so concerned about. I have been candid with my brother, the Nairi, that the purported enskinment of Mr. Seydou Abagari as Bokunaba cannot stand.
Otumfuo disclosed that the Nairi has expressed willingness to make concessions in the interest of peace, despite describing the decision as difficult. He further warned that the failure to enforce the lawful status of the Bokunaba continues to fuel insecurity in the area. Meanwhile, the president says the work of the committee will not be in vain, assuring the government will work towards full implementation of the recommendations.
End of this mediation gives us the opportunity to see what the way forward is in terms of bringing peace and calm. Bawku has the potential to be one of the most vibrant commercial centers in our country, and indeed it has been a center of trade. And a lot of people in Bawku have prospered, whether they are Mamprisis or they are Kusasis. Unfortunately, this conflict has turned the fortunes of Bawku. Teachers refuse to be posted there, doctors refuse to be posted there, civil servants are leaving. We're doing national service postings, and we have suspended posting national servicemen and women to Bawku because we cannot guarantee their safety. And so I'm pleased that Otumfuo's mediation has come to an end and that he has presented a report. And I can assure him that government would look at this report, and within the next 24 hours, government will issue a statement.
Well, from the Jubilee House, the Supreme Court has ordered the Electoral Commission to suspend all arrangements for a parliamentary rerun in the Pandai constituency pending the final determination of a judicial review application challenging a High Court ruling that annulled the 2024 election results. The order was issued today after the court held that the applicant, NPP parliamentary candidate Matthew Nyindam, had established a prima facie case. The Supreme Court's decision effectively halted preparations by the Electoral Commission to conduct a parliamentary rerun in Pandai, which had been scheduled for December 30. The case has been adjourned to January 13, 2026. Meanwhile, the court directed substituted service for the NDC candidate, Daniel Insala-Wapala. Now, we're now joined in studio by the NPP's Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed, to help us further discuss this matter. You're welcome, Haruna.
Thank you. Yes.
The Honorable Matthew Nyindam himself, he wasn't in court. We're told he's unwell, but I'm sure that by now the ruling has been communicated to him. How is he receiving it and the party leadership in Pandai?
Thank you very much. I would like to say good evening to your cherished viewers and yourself. Today's ruling or decision of the Supreme Court is a decision for justice.
Okay.
It's a decision that is well grounded in law. We went to the court knowing very well that we are stating what the facts are, and we believe in the confidence, we have the confidence in the court system, even though we have some reservations with certain rulings, judgment, and certain conduct within the recent judicial system. So we're very much pretty sure that there wouldn't be any miscarriage of justice for the interest of justice system in Ghana. We are happy, and Ghana is the victor in this particular circumstances. However, this is not to say that all is well. We hope that our justice system will continue to uphold and make sure that the rule of law, precedent, and procedure will apply.
All right. Now, the December 30 rerun has been suspended. But politically, how are you managing the situation? Because the seat still remains vacant and you have one member less in Parliament. How is the party managing this?
You know, it was a court ruling or a directive of a court that the Parliament of Ghana acted on. And based on that, they have instructed the Electoral Commission to proceed based on the court ruling. Today, there is also a court ruling which is affecting the consequential orders of the court of Parliament to the Electoral Commission, because the reason in the communication for Parliament to the Electoral Commission is to occasion to fill the vacancy. Okay. And the Supreme Court says that we have established a prima facie which would affect the outcome of the court or pending court cases, and the Supreme Court seized the power to suspend all the processes. So the Supreme Court suspension affects the effect of the letter from Parliament to the Electoral Commission. And I know that the minority in Parliament will take steps to revoke that particular letter once the consequential orders of that letter is invariable, not affecting what the law should have been, because the Supreme Court has suspended that. So there is that need of the emanating base factor of a letter to also cease to have an effect and must be withdrawn. And the minority will take those particular steps.
So you're expecting that Parliament will withdraw the letter from the...
For sure, because the letter they have given has no effect, because the Supreme Court has suspended that. And again, the Speaker was waiting to give another ruling with respect to if there is an application pending in court for stay of execution, and also an established fact that there is an appeal pending at the appeals court. And again, the court has been served on the 12th of December because we caused a search at the Supreme Court to see whether the Parliament of Ghana has been served, which is a third interested party, and the second interested party, the Electoral Commission, was also served. So once they are served, they know that processes has been begun at the Supreme Court by way of a judicial review, which has been moved today, and we have been given the opportunity to serve Mr. Wakpal in 5 different occasions, i.e. by his WhatsApp, also at the notice board of the Supreme Court, also at the notice board of the High Court in Tamale, and also at the court in Pandai, and also to post same at his residence in Pandai, which is judicially known, for which he used to file his petition on the 25th of January 2025.
What about the stay of execution application that was filed at the High Court? Do you have any updates on that?
Yeah, that case was heard on the 10th of December. I was in court. The NDC only had later part their regional organizer attending, and all of them ran away just as they ran away from the court today. And we all we moved the motion, and our lawyer made his case for a good 2 hours. And I know you have the proceedings that happened in court on the 10th of December, and the judge had fixed 18th to make his ruling, and that is Thursday. Okay. So there will be a ruling on the stay of execution. In any way that it goes, if it doesn't go in our favor, we will still file a stay of execution at the appeal court on the same day. If it goes in our favor, then it means that the judgment that was given by him, the same High Court judge, has been set aside and invariably has no effect in relying same at the at Parliament of Ghana to write that particular letter. That will also have a consequential order on the order of Parliament to the Electoral Commission. So these are the things that we'll be waiting for the judicial service to make certain rulings that would cause the determination. But the Supreme Court order definitely is supreme, because that's the apex court of the land, for which we are seeking to quash even the entire judgment. And we believe, based on precedent and procedure and the Constitution and laws that are available to election petitions in Ghana, will definitely be the case and the base of which the Supreme Court will make a decision.
Before you go, the substantive matter returns to courts on January 13, 2026.
Sure.
I mean, how are you keeping your supporters focused and prepared for any eventual outcomes on January 13 in Pandai?
What our supporters, what we are doing is that on Monday last week, I was in Pandai with the General Secretary. We brought our party executives, we brought them up to speed as to what the court processes are, where we are, and what we have filed, and the processes that are involved.
Okay.
Again, at NEC, we also discuss this particular matter. So our core base and supporters are well aware of this entire procedure. And we also know that this same bench, this Supreme Court, made a decision on the 11th of June relative to the same matter of a judicial review by way of certiorari, quashing the decisions of a certain court, and also making orders with respect to what Gazette notification was used, and which is also the same thing. We have one Gazette notification, which is this one, unless, of course, there's another Gazette notification in its original form with a procurement notice. So we know the NDC filed this one in the case of Akwetia, and the Electoral Commission brought the same thing.
This
and
is
the Supreme
December
Court,
2024.
Okay. So the Supreme Court affirmed that this is the only Gazette notification. So if that is so, and you check page 8123, Pandai is captured under the 24th. So if that is the case, per PNDC law 284, then it means that the petition ought to have been filed within the 21, and it should have been the latest, or the latest at all should have been 13th of January, but they filed on the 25th of January. So the Supreme Court will be called upon to make a decision, whether on the 13th or any other day, if matters have not been resolved on that day. But I know that once this service notice has been given and directives have been given, I know the Supreme Court will definitely look at precedents and look at the law. All right.
Grateful to you, Haruna Mohammed. He is the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, joining us in studio to discuss matters from the Supreme Court today, where the court ordered the Electoral Commission to suspend all processes leading to the Pandai election rerun. Away from the court, the Ghana Mine Workers Union has issued a 3-day ultimatum to BCM Ghana Limited to pay outstanding end-of-service contract benefits owed to more than 700 former employees. The union, which staged a protest against the company, says the affected workers were laid off over 10 months ago after their contract expired, but have yet to receive their entitlements as stipulated in the agreement. Channel 1 News' Kennedy Trumesi reports.
For 10 months, BCM Ghana Limited has failed to settle end-of-contract benefits for miners engaged in various roles. Frustrated by the prolonged delay, the affected workers, led by the Ghana Mine Workers Union of the Trades Union Congress, took to the streets in protest. Some of the miners spoke to Channel 1 News about their ordeal.
We worked for 7 years and waiting for our money for 10 months.
Now, 10 months now,
since February 28, February 28, 2025, the contract came and end. So they have to fulfill the promise. Here we are.
We cannot wait again. We will not wait till we all die before our ghosts come for the money. Who will spend that money? We've been waking up at dawn like 3 a.m., 4, just to go and work. And look at what is happening.
The General Secretary of the Union, Abdul Mumin Bana, lamented that all attempts to engage BCM Ghana Limited on the matter have so far yielded no results.
Their response, in our view, has been quite lackadaisical. Lackadaisical in the sense that there hasn't been any sense of agency. For the past 10 months, they haven't actually come out with any kind of updates to demonstrate to us their preparedness to settle this obligation. And so it is pretty clear that this is an employer that is deliberately trying to check its responsibility. And once the laws are clear, once the agreement that we entered into with them is very clear, what we are going to do is to demand and demand and demand and demand until they comply fully with the agreement.
Consequently, the union has issued a 3-day ultimatum for the company to address the concerns of the affected workers.
The money, the redundancy, the end of contract benefit is our sweat, is our blood. We work for it, and for that matter, every penny must be paid to us. To buy. And so today we are gathered here to demonstrate to BCM that it has between today and Friday to pay us our money.
Which proposes changes to the governance structure of the central bank. The bill seeks to extend the tenure of members of the Bank of Ghana's governing board from 4 to 5 years and exclude members of parliament from serving on the management board. It also mandates the Bank of Ghana to determine the medium-term inflation target jointly with the government. Contributing to the debate on the floor of Parliament, minority members warned that the proposed amendments could undermine transparency and accountability at the central bank, arguing that the changes weaken parliamentary oversight and concentrate excessive influence in the hands of the executive. Our parliamentary correspondent, Ni Ayukwe Okain, has more.
During the debate on the Bank of Ghana Amendments Bill 2025 presented to the House by the Finance Minister Dr. Kasia Lato-Forson, the Minority Caucus raised issues with some provisions of the bill, particularly with regard to the provision that excludes members of Parliament from serving on the board of the Bank of Ghana, as well as the extension of the tenure of members of the board from 4 to 5 years, and also the mandatory provision that states that the Bank of Ghana shall determine the medium-term inflation target jointly with the government.
Enact a law that will say inflation should be jointly determined by the central bank and the government. Oh, are you anticipating your failures already? Mr. Speaker, let's not encourage this. There is nothing independent in this enactment. The independence of the central bank is being chipped away. That is the least I can say.
What we are seeking to do here is one, to strengthen the provisions against monetary financing, to stop, in quote, the printing of money. That is what we are seeking to do here, so that tomorrow another government will not come and print money in excess to be able to create excessive inflation. That is what we are preventing. Anytime there's a change of government, sometimes it takes up to 12 months. Mr. Speaker, we've seen one that it took 10 months before the board of the central bank was reconstituted. Mr. Speaker, in doing so, what we are seeking to do here is that regardless of a change of government, the central bank, being the central bank of the Republic of Ghana, or the Bank of Ghana the Central Bank of the Republic of Ghana, must run until the time that the government of the day is ready to change the board.
The Minority Caucus also called on President Mahama to consider his first ministerial reshuffle. This follows concerns about the absence of the Minister of State in charge of public sector reforms, as well as the Minister of Agriculture, to answer questions on the floor of Parliament regarding their sectors.
The President must be watching. The first reshuffle must happen. So that they are Honorable Van der Poel, for instance, he is waiting. He has been lacing his shoe for a very long time. The first reshuffle must happen.
Away from Parliament, residents of Tessano here in Accra are raising alarm over the increasing number of abandoned accident vehicles at the Tessano Police Barracks and along nearby roads. The situation, they say, is a nuisance and poses a serious security and health and traffic risk.
Residents say the abandoned vehicles have become hideouts for robbers, with snake infestations and a foul stench from human waste posing health concerns. A visit to the Tessano police station showed that some of the accident vehicles are even parked within the police station and barracks compound, while others remain abandoned along the road behind the barracks. City news sources reveal an extortion scheme where authorities allegedly refuse to release accident vehicles to their rightful owners even after testing officers have completed their work. This, the sources claim, is because some vehicle owners are unable to meet certain demands attributed to the station commander. Some officers serving under her are said to be unhappy with the situation, which is reportedly known at divisional level.
The incidents of scrap boys coming to fix some of the parts, so all the time we have to keep an eye. And then the incidents of snakes, some of the vehicles in which there are snakes. Including toilet and rubbish. That's one of the challenges.
Who said this is Hona? Or be better me with it. Who choma, who no, who be one say, a be our 2 hours, a teacher and a job. last time be say girl be na or nam road ya so ko na machire ho or ko we sintra so kuta no phone na ni ba no ho so nipa mienu ba ko gena chi o phone kuta mo je ne simple kra.
Oh, you are still watching the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still ahead. Fitch Solutions tips Ghana as key contributor to the growth of sub-Saharan Africa, possibly recording its strongest economic growth in more than a decade in 2026. Now we have details in a bit. Please don't go away.
My name is Anita Erskine, and on December 19th and 20th, right here in Accra, Ghana, we will gather for the Diaspora Summit 2025, a defining moment in strengthening the bond between Ghana and her global family. Under the theme Resetting Ghana, the Diaspora as the 17th region, this summit, hosted by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, will bring together leaders and experts from around the world to advance partnerships, explore reparations and heritage linkages, and of course, mobilize diaspora talent for national development. I invite you to be part of this powerful conversation shaping Ghana and the diaspora's future. Join us at the Accra International Conference Center, December 19th and 20th. Do register at www.diasporasummitghana.org. See you there.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie nights, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from $4,050 for individuals, $5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Unbelievable. Said you have a city and the Amama Kai or baby and a more fair. Wow! Hello, Miss World.
Hello, Ajimara.
Now I hear now what to say.
Me who yo, Madam Fubiho, our classy. Many the year mother so.
Minyanan kame wagana. Nanso me talk. Me no we are seeing no mabe pielo training shop be a chese. Said you have a city no. Na ohunfo nyini ene shawo mani so say. Meba. But gold, diamond, jewels, nickels, pearls, blankets, everything. I'm a
Shimmer of international waters. Hey!
Wow!
Obwa, onya bochiribia.
Obwa wani breno.
Yankwana no kocho.
Ha! It's a brochen any.
Sister, Electroland Ghana Limited showroom for Frokrani. Kasi Kumase, Omo when you say Samsung, TCL, Media, and a NASCO product. I don't know when you go through. Omo be able to say Kaswa, Asamai, Makasim, Tamale, Sprinters, Coca-Cola.
Ajimara, it's me na kaba to charge me kutu. Dia so me say bam.
Me private jet no kwa. Be see me na me ba. Let's bygone be bygone. Hey, enyema mo pese mo yi no wa bia. Munyi
yo yebeyi.
Electroland Ghana, home of electronics and affordable luxury.
Hey, Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, though. I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Rooted in heritage. Shaped by ambition. Defined by style. Inspired by soul. This is Afro Quality, the first multi-country concept store for African brands. Now in Nairobi, Kigali, and Accra.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TVs. 4 TVs? Yes, 4. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm not able to.
It's like a scandal now. You are using it to spread grandma like that.
Spread grandma?
4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave. Abba, Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no. It's a regular 100 cedis I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu, why?
Atu,
why are you spreading a grandma with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Amma, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
Assembly critical.
Let's call grandma.
Let's call grandma.
Hello? Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 here. When I buy ticket 100 cedis, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gift.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cedis, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. If you got any cash.
Welcome back to the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. Next is Business with Netelinete Ajao.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Hello, Natalia. It's been a while. Good to see you again. I'm fine. How are you? What do you have for us in business?
Solutions is projecting Sub-Saharan Africa to grow faster from next year.
All right, let's have the details now.
Okay, now let's get straight to our stories. And Fitch Solutions says Sub-Saharan Africa is on track to record its strongest economic growth in more than a decade in 2026, with real GDP projected at 4.2%. The research firm notes that Ghana will be a key contributor to the growth, adding about 0.35 percentage points driven by improved economic output. There's more in this report.
Fitch Solutions also highlights Angola as the economy expected to record the sharpest improvement in growth contribution, with its impact on regional output rising from 0.09 percentage points in 2025 to 0.17 percentage points in 2026. While East African economies are expected to remain resilient contributors, Their overall share of regional growth is projected to moderate slightly compared to 2025. The firm notes that the outlook is particularly significant against a backdrop of lingering global trade tensions. However, it expects tariff-related uncertainty to ease in 2026, helping to contain downside risk to growth across the country. Fitch Solutions adds that most sub-Saharan African economies have limited exposure to U.S. tariffs, as the United States is not a major trading partner for the majority of countries in the region.
The Bank of Ghana has signaled a tougher regulatory phase for the banking sector, even as it acknowledges a strong recovery in balance sheets, profitability and confidence after years of financial strain. Governor Dr. Johnson Esiama says the central bank would work closely with the banks to support sustainable credit growth, but cautioned that regulatory leniency is over. Speaking at the opening of a post-MPC meeting with heads of banks at the Bank Square in Accra, Dr. Esiama outlined new reforms aimed at strengthening banking sector resilience and aligning supervision with global best practices.
Africa will not integrate by itself. Our integration must be engineered carefully, strategically, tactically, and intentionally. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen,
we are sorry for the wrong answer. Let's move on to our next story. Sibyl Energy Limited says Ghanaians will benefit from its petroleum exploration agreement with Guyana. Led by its president, Beatrice Jones-Mensah-Tayu, the company is encouraging cross-border collaboration to deepen economic ties and create shared value. Following the agreement, there's more in this report.
Sibyl Energy recently made history as the first African company to be awarded an oil block in Guyana after securing a petroleum sharing agreement for the shallow water block S7. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of a press conference in Accra to commemorate the signing of the exploration agreement between the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and Sibyl Energy, Chief Executive Officer of the company, Beatrice Jones-Mensah-Tayu, said the development presents new opportunities for Ghanaians.
That partnership means that when you choose to do business in Guyana, think about partnering with someone in Guyana. Work together as partners and collaborate such that the development is not just about you. You may have all the skill sets, but they also understand the lay of the land. And this is also a time for sharing of knowledge.
Also speaking at the event, Head of Mission of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, Dr. John Appiah, said the oil block secured by Sibyl Energy has the potential to open new chapter in trade and investment relations between Ghana and Guyana.
Official trade between Ghana and Guyana today remains modest. What we're witnessing here is not the culmination of a long trading history, but the beginning of a new one.
Let's now bring you an update on how the currency is performing on the interbank market. And that's all for business. I am Neteli Neti Ajaho. Back to you, Charles.
Grateful to you, Nathalie. Well, let's do some other stories. And residents of Nkamfua, a suburb of the central regional capital, Cape Coast, are calling for the relocation of a landfill site situated in the community. They say poor management of the facility poses serious health risks and could trigger disease outbreaks. Our central regional correspondent, Akwesiado, reports.
The landfill site, commissioned in the 1990s, remains the Cape Coast Metropolitan Assembly's only final disposal site for all types of waste. Although the facility was initially intended to process human waste into compost, the project collapsed shortly after its launch. Despite this, the site continues to receive all human waste generated within the metropolis, creating an unpleasant and unhealthy environment for nearby residents.
Bora no mudu bugu amanda by fertilizer into ko echise ya ehona de and almost dan a security gate down of kama trap trench wa hase omode toilet ni bugu machines baba bomba ya fertilizer first no na nyama kodo or wa grade the road spray how bank chrome now be spray chrome. But make say that was another who or the watcher.
A strong stench constantly emanates from the site, with swarms of flies hovering around the area. Residents say the conditions have made living in Kamfwa unbearable.
The border near Mama, Obana machine dua, sense of Bukruman. But now it was very bad. Krumafria was in a year and one be. As at now, you can say you face problems.
Ironically, although the community hosts the metropolis' main waste disposal site, refuse containers are often not collected on time. Some frustrated residents shared their concerns with Channel 1 News.
Container no momeze no wa samezo ayedze kakra. Oya wode papa kroba wo bafa ba bosum wode ntetoi da ma ewura no wudu guma na nala sukuru olugu fom. Oya ma ya baka adisu wudu fimia me koya na wode bam. Yara baba ihe ne kromafui na yinya.
In recent years, the community experienced a deadly cholera outbreak, which residents attribute to the poor management of the landfill site. Fearing a possible recurrence and the spread of other sanitation-related diseases, residents are appealing for urgent intervention. Speaking to Channel 1 News, the assemblyman for the Third Range and Kamfwa electoral area, Benjamin Benya, appealed to authorities to relocate the landfill site away from the community.
Every resident of Nkamfwa that you speak with will affirm that indeed the landfill site should be moved from Nkamfwa to other places because Nkamfwa has really developed and the situation or situating the landfill site in Nkamfwa is not benefiting.
For fear of another cholera outbreak, residents of Nkamfwa are calling on authorities to either relocate this landfill site or manage it properly. For the Channel 1 Newsroom, I am Akwesi Yado, Nkamfwa Central Region.
Now, with just 24 fire appliances currently in operation across the Ashanti region, the Ghana National Fire Service is urging the public to prioritize fire safety as the Christmas festivities draw near. In response, the Ashanti Regional Command has rolled out a region-wide sensitization campaign aimed at minimizing fire outbreaks during and after the festive season. The exercise is targeting high-risk and congested areas such as markets and lorry terminals. Channel 1 News' Ashanti Regional Correspondent Fatih Aminu Ibrahim reports.
Addressing the media in Kumasi, the Ashanti Regional Fire Commander ACFO2 Peter Tete noted that the region's limited firefighting capacity makes public cooperation essential. Of the 43 districts in the region, only 29 have fire stations, while 4 of the available fire appliances are currently out of service.
We have a total number of 43 districts in Ashanti region, but we have 29 fire stations that personnel are in. Currently, this morning, we have 24 fire appliances working, while 4 are out of commission. We have 3 fire pools. This situation tells us that we have some fire stations with fire appliances that are controlling 3 or 4 districts. Therefore, based on this situation, individuals must get involved in the prevention of fires. Currently, we are working towards the Christmas and the New Year that is ahead of us.
Now, ahead of the festive season, fire officers are urging the general public to be involved in fire prevention since they are the most affected in the event of a fire outbreak. For Channel News, I am Fatih Amin Ibrahim, Ashanti region.
Now, are you wondering who can attend City FM and Channel 1 TV's Situation or White Party this year? The simple answer is everyone. If you're ready for fun, music and good vibes, then you already qualify. Channel 1 News' Melody Fafa Potife has more details on how to secure a seat at the event.
Each year, the Situational White Party raises the bar, delivering bigger performances, better experiences, and unforgettable moments. And when it comes to who's invited, no one is left out. Families, clubs, groups of friends, school year groups, corporate teams, and even birthday celebrants are all welcome to turn up in style at this year's venue, Good Park. One would ask, how do I book a table? Organizers say whether you're coming as a large group of up to 40 staff members or in smaller groups of 1 to 3, flexible table allocations are available to ensure everyone enjoys a seamless experience. Head of Events and Partnerships at Channel 1 TV City FM, Frema Edunyame, elaborated on the array of packages and the exquisite services patrons will be treated to at the 2025 edition.
So if you are coming for the Situation All White Party, just know that we have 3 main categories. That is the platinum, the diamond, and the gold. We have the alcoholic packages, we have the non-alcoholic packages. So this means that whatever your preference is, there's something for you. And so just give us a call on 0205-973-973 and 0558-973-973. That's if you've not already done so, and book your slot.
The event is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe, with support from Oswald Investment Limited and Viv Duvernay.
This is still the Channel 1 Newsroom on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Former Black Stars striker Abdul Majid Waris urges the team to thoroughly prepare for next year's FIFA World Cup. The news will be back shortly. Please stay with us.
Your health is in your hands, but at some point, it passes on to us. At Mintuba Hospital and Coloproctology Center, we believe that quality healthcare isn't a privilege, it's a right. Equipped with cutting-edge technology, we are fully prepared to effectively deal with all colorectal and proctological conditions. Our team of highly skilled doctors, surgeons, and nurses are renowned for their expertise in minimally invasive and painless laser, ligature, and longoproctological surgery. We are committed to providing a wide range of services to meet the diverse needs of our patients. Mintuba Hospital, your health is our priority. Visit Mintuba Hospital today or call us at 0244 581 541 or 0271 054 204. Mintuba Hospital, in to serve a peculiar health need.
Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank we did.
Polytank, papa no Ankasa.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother Once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the grades. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Hello? Hello, Auntie Abena. You won't believe what just happened. Grandma received her 4 TV. 4 TVs? Yes, 4.
Okay, I'm coming. Kojo
media what?
I've not.
It's like a scandal now. You are using it to spread grammar like that.
Spread grammar.
4 TVs, 2 fridges, microwave. Abba, Kojo, why? Do you want to open an electrical shop for her?
Hey, no. It's a regular 100 cedis I send her.
I'm sure it's Uncle Atu.
Let's call him.
Atu, why?
Atu,
why are you spreading a grammar with appliances?
Me? Spread who? When? How? Please, oh, it could be Amma.
Let's call Amma.
Let me call her.
Hello?
Amma, why?
What are you saying?
Appliances for grandma, no. Why?
Hey, it's not me, oh.
There are some that are critical.
Let's call grandma.
Hello?
Hey, grandma. So who is buying all those stuff for you?
Call me Granny Cash. Grandma know the joke, the luckiest. If they do me 5 years. When I buy ticket 100 cedis, I pay them small or big. I automatically get my free gift.
Hey, sir! Yes, so with the luckiest, anytime you buy tickets up to 100 cedis, whether small or at once, you are guaranteed to win a free gift. TV sets, fridges, hampers, airtime, cash. Remember to dial *712#, choose option 4 and follow the prompt. With the luckiest, everybody wins. Even Granny Cash.
National Thanksgiving Service for Ghana. Hallelujah. For Bakasia 2025, a bus for Mimneda, 20th December was 10,000 crying, and no panels on 7 a.m. Team, let everything that has breath praise the Lord. Psalm 150 verse 6. Mumma dia huminyina enye radiaye. Music ministers, award-winning minister Selina Boateng, NKG, DJ Paloma, and others. Mawafadienye bibia Ghana huasha sudiewemu. A Glow International penny for Safro Bibia. But for Bakasia 2025, Saturday, 20th December was 10,000 crying. And no panon song. Kai Nafa Vuvuzela, tambourine, white handkerchief. Whistle, any bibia diye radia ye bra, near him and sa and share radia ni mwenyam. I hope ye glorious, be a glow for Jesus.
In December 2023, the biggest play in the history of African theatre made its debut.
Bawku, the God of iron, I stand on oath.
You saw it.
We sent you all the way to Ileife to bring us greetings from Ifa.
By popular demand and in honor of Maoli Semevo, Image Bureau, in partnership with April Communications and the National Theatre, presents The Gods Are Not to Blame. This December 17th, 7 p.m., 18th, 7 p.m., and 19th, 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Visit www.imagebureaugh.com or dial *714*46# for your tickets. Single 250 cedis, double 400 cedis. Supported by New Plant Car Rentals, Ghana Tourism Authority, Balakwa. Sponsors Stambic Bank, our media partners, and proudly brought to you by MTN.
Thank you for staying with the Channel 1 Newsroom. Next is Channel 1 Sports with Bernarda Bawku. Bawku, you're welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm a miracle. How are you too?
I'm fine. Majid Warriors is in the news.
Absolutely. He's excited about the World Cup as well, but he's of the faith that it's good to even draw the embassies on board to want to allow a lot of fans to go and support the Stars, and they should not be complacent.
Take it away.
Great. Let's get into it, shall we? Now, former Black Star striker Abdul Majid Waris has cautioned the team to approach next summer's FIFA 2026 World Cup with utmost seriousness and thorough preparations ahead of their Group L fixture in June 2026. Ghana will face Panama, England, and Croatia in their group stage competition in the World Cup with the aim of advancing to the latter stages of the tournament and emulating the nation's historic 2010 run when the Black Stars reached the quarterfinals.
For me, I would say it's kind of every football is a football. Like football is always football. It's still like the same 11 players, same goals, same rules. Maybe a few rules change, but I think the group. I always say the same thing. Football have changed a lot, and first it was more about an individual skill, and then now it's based more about like a team skill. So I think this is something that we have to prepare mentally, we have to prepare physically and spiritually as well, because it's going to be, this is the highest competition in the world, and then everyone is going to be watching them, and then the whole country is going to support them. So I think they have to get that into their head, and then know they are not just going to play a football match, but they are going to represent the whole of Ghana, and then everyone will be cheering for them out there.
Well, away from the Black Stars, let's talk about the Black Galaxies. Bafana recorded a narrow 1-0 win over Ghana's Black Galaxies in an international friendly at the Dobsonville Stadium on Tuesday. The match served as South Africa's final official warm-up ahead of their 2025 African Cup of Nations in Morocco, while Ghana used the fixture to test their squad against top-level opposition. The result gives Bafana a timely confident boost as they conclude preparations and turn full focus on the African Cup of Nations campaign. Despite the defeat, the match provided important exposure for the Black Galaxies as they measured themselves against the well-organized South African side. Let's now travel international. Now, Bournemouth winger Antoine Semenyo has a £65 million release clause in his contract that can be activated during the first 2 weeks of the January transfer window in order to allow Bournemouth enough time to replace their star man. The Ghanaian international attracted interest from several clubs, including Manchester United and Tottenham in the summer, only for the 25-year-old to sign a new 5-year deal at the Vitality Stadium on July 1. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has been shedding more light on the winger's situation.
Sure, Liverpool are interested in the player, Liverpool appreciate the player, but we have to see if they decide to invest this money. I want to mention as well Tottenham wanted Antoine Semenyo last summer, that was not possible, and now also doesn't seem easy for Tottenham to convince the player, so let's see what's going to happen there. And then Man City want to sign an important winger in 2026. Semenyo is one of the names, not the only one, but one of the names they are monitoring. I'm not sure it's going to be January. City have to decide whether they will go for a winger in January or in the summer, but winger is a key position for City in 2026. So these three clubs are very attentive to the situation as well. Many people asking about Man United. Man United love the player. Amorim loves the player. He also had a direct contact with the player last summer, but Man United already invested big money in that position with Cunha, Mbeumo last summer. So at the moment, nothing concrete yet. So let's see, let me remind just one thing. £65 million is the value of the release clause, valid until 10th of January.
But that's the very latest from the world of sport, and I am Bernard Abekoche.
Grateful to you, Abeku. Well, that'll be all for this edition of the Channel One Newsroom here on Channel One TV. Do visit our website, channel1newsonline.com, for more information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel One TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel One TV.